Oh no, it's lovely. Thank you.
Your father informed me of your family history.
Yeah, evil boobs everywhere.
Arm up, please.
Hey, stop it. I'm sorry, I'm ticklish.
So I think I can you've given up the what's happening. So today is Tuesday. What did I do yesterday? Not a lot. Didn't get up until the afternoon. I mean real late in the afternoon. And what did I do? What did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I sent in invites for our group exhibition we have for my uni. And yeah, and then watched some things on TV. Watched Killing Eve. So excited for the next one, for the next episode. Then watched Fleabag. Fleabag is really quite cool. It's written by the same person, and this person who's written Killing Eve is also in it. That she's the main character. Anyway, and yeah, and well, yeah, that's kind of what I did yesterday, and stuck some stuff in my book, from sketchbook. Today, didn't get up until 12:30. I've just had a bath, and I did a face mask. Hello. Because I don't know, you've probably seen, I have these dry bits around my nose, and I'm like, what the heck is that? It's literally just dry skin, like, eczema and stuff. But it occasionally happens anyway. I just sort of gotta let it go through the motions of it, you know, I apply cream and stuff to it, and it does calm down and stuff. But my skin isn't really having a particularly great time lately since lockdown. Since lockdown, my skin has been absolutely terrible. Due to other many factors as well, but I'm blaming lockdown. And the stress that I first had with that, and yeah. I mean, you know, I'm probably not the only one that has bad skin during the lockdown. It's just something that's happening. Also, you know what I miss? When I'm going down the road, I miss my exercise. I miss doing my fitness classes. I miss that. And I know I can do it all online and stuff, but you know, I don't want to. I like being in a class. I like being with my trainer. I like being, you know, one family and we're doing exercise together in person. I like that. It feels better for me, you know, being involved than doing it, you know, over a video thing. It's not the same experience, and yeah, and I miss it because I like my fitness classes. It doesn't mean I'm not like being lazy and stuff, because, well, lately I have. I'm still going out for walks. I'm still going out, you know, walking around, doing exercise that way. But you know, I'm sorry, but I miss my abs workout. I know I can do it at home, but I just like, you know, having someone there. And I still do yoga. I'm doing my yoga and stuff, and I love it. It's great. But I miss my abs. I miss my abs and core workouts. It's so fun. I find that fun. I find that very fun. I know to other people it's a complete doom when you say abs and core. Like, I'm like, yeah. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. Although when they say when my trainer says let's do a plank, I'm like, oh no, please no, because I find it very hard to do planks, especially side planks as well. I'm like how do you anyway, yeah, so you know, and Wi-Fi is absolute rubbish, like, since lockdown, because like everyone's on it. you know, you can't upload things as quickly as you have done in the past, and this is probably like a big thing for, like, you know, the Wi-Fi companies. They're like, oh my gosh, we have to do this again. But it's just a thing that everyone's on it, so you can't upload things as quickly as last time. Well, that's what I'm having anyway. I'm having trouble, and I'm having trouble at my friends' house if I use their Wi-Fi and stuff. Anyway, I got my printer. Woohoo! So I can print my uni work, thank goodness, because I can put it in my book, and I can see it, I'm like, yeah, okay, good. Got new ink cartridges this morning. Sorry, I've got my hair in my mouth. You know, sometimes I don't even know how that happens. And, yeah, but it's going okay. And I'm not addicted to TikTok. I'm going to say that. I'm not addicted to TikTok. I'm not. But I do enjoy it, and I do watch it. But I'm not addicted. I am not. I'm not on it 24/7. I have other things to do. And I don't post out all the time. I post every day, but only like 1 or 2 videos a day. But they're already like in my drafts that I've already done, so I don't have to worry about it. And I only watch a few. I don't watch a lot. But anyway. My grandparents, they're okay. They're going out for a walk at the parks because they live very close, literally just across the road, and you're at the park. My grandma and my granddad. And Annie, she's okay. She's just, I think everyone is just, you know, wanting things to kind of go back to normal. But you know, they can't really yet. But also, sorry. But also they're discussing about bringing schools back. For me personally, I don't want them to. I know they're only thinking about it and they're not saying anything yet, but I don't want them to. Reason being is because sorry, but the way I've been working in lockdown, it's actually worked very well for me personally. You know, and I know everyone's not like this, not like me. You know, I'm different. Everybody's different. You know, how they work, how they learn, how, you know. I think with being in university, with regards to hand-ins, I prefer to be there rather than doing it over online and stuff. However, working, for example, essays or doing photography work, you know, as a photography course, I quite like doing it in lockdown, doing it in my time. Like I can spend a whole day on it, and I don't have other people worries and, you know, frustrations in my ear. That's one thing at uni that I'm comfortable with. I don't like the fact that I know they have to, because you know they say you haven't done any work, and like, we haven't done any work. But it's like, I'm sorry, I just let me work at my own pace. You know, I know we got deadlines and everything, and I'm gonna meet it. When have I not met a deadline? Don't have an answer for that exactly, because I always keep my deadlines on time, and I actually kind of work well under pressure, but under pressure of myself, my own pressure in my own space, pressure, not pressure from my tutors nagging in my ear, going, you haven't done any work, blah blah blah. That's university, you know what that's like, that's school, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, going shopping for my grandparents in a bit. I'll tell you about what happened last week when we were at Sainsbury's. When we were at Sainsbury's, my dad and I, we did their shopping for us and my grandparents. We went to the checkout, we put them on the conveyor belt, and there was this person in front of us, and we don't really know what the person was, but as soon as they started talking, I was thinking, oh no. And then we started unloading things on the conveyor belt. I was thinking, and they were just chit-chatting. I was thinking, oh no. And if you know my dad, you know what I'm talking about. And again, it was taking long. They were still chatting, still talking. And I was thinking, and then I was thinking, and a couple of minutes passed, and I was thinking, right, Dad is going to ask if we should go to another checkout, isn't he? I think so. And he did. And I thought, and she said, no, I'll just be 1 minute. I'll just be a minute. And I was thinking, no, you won't. We'll be gone by then. It will take longer than that. Anyway, another couple minutes passed as well. And like, and then Dad went, right, let's go. And we just left everything on the conveyor belt and just walked out Sainsbury's, because, you know, it wasn't. This is what, you know. If you wait for things, it's sort. This is just how, you know, it is. It's just a bit. What the problem was, the person in front of us was chatting a lot about, was he wanted to split his shopping between 2 carts, which is fine, you know, not big deal, you know. Lots of checkout people know how to do that. That's in their training. But somehow this lady didn't know what to do, and I think she was getting confused by herself on what she meant and what she was doing, I think. And then she got her manager, and it was just lots of, I think for her, lots of confusion, which is fine, which is okay, you know, everybody gets confused. But I know at checkouts, you know, you have a time of how fast you can put things through, on, you know, scan and checkout and stuff, and you have to meet that target. I know that, but yeah, it's just when you wait that long, and because I don't know, we were sort of waiting for about like 7 minutes, or you know, I think 7 minutes, and if by then we could have just been out on our way home, I don't know. But anyway, you know, it's fine. We went to Tesco's in the evening, got all our shopping completely empty, just flowed just so quickly, virtually empty, because we did it in the evening. Bing bang bing, awesome. Loads of tins of soup. Like, I've never seen that much soup in before. You know, when Sainsbury's only had like a pack of 4 minestrone soup, and this was just tomato soup, and it was cratefuls. I was thinking, where's a lot of tomato soup? Anyway, I like my tomato soup. Anyway, yeah, so that was the thing, and you know, it's all fine. You know, we got our shopping, it's fine. It's not like tensions. It's not like my dad was stressed or my dad was angry or anything. It's not that. It's just, you know, it's just the waiting, and I think being productive. Yeah, it's just, yeah. But no, it's all fine, you know. Yeah. Alright. So, yeah, I think, you know, seems like the peak is low. We're not on the peak anymore. It's going down, so it's working downwards now. There are less deaths yesterday and less deaths today so far. So yeah. So we're doing good, people. We're doing good. I know different weeks of lockdown for different people in, you know, in different places. For me in England, this is lockdown week. I can't remember all the weeks. They're meshing into one. Do you see how bad my skin is? But you know, it's fine. I'm just I've had a roller coaster with my skin for a number of years. You know, before I was a teenager, so I've dealt with it. It's fine. I mean, it's annoying, more so annoying, but you know, it's fine. You know, everybody gets spots, everybody gets acne. It's just annoying. It's just annoying, but it's fine. I know it will calm down. Looks a little bit calmer today, except that there, but you know, can't have everything. But I'll try and do some more work today and give me work today after shopping. And yeah. Thumbs up. Oh yeah, also when I do a thumbs up, my thumb isn't straight, it's like that. It's bent back with a flip here. My dad has that and my brother has that. My mum doesn't. I think my mum has a little bit. Or doesn't. I can't remember. Anyway, but this is basically a gene here. This is a gene here that you know, makes my thumb do that. And why I'm hyper flexible, yay! So bye everyone. Bye bye.
Children's centres now have to be funded from the school budget. And with 190 helping 250 children on free school meals and almost
Very yummy, Dad. Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite spread out. Dinner time and even more spread out. Here I am today. I have my friend's shirt on. Yay! Oh, double doors. Today I just had a long, relaxing bath, kind of like a sauna bath type of thing. But I managed to finish and complete and upload my YouTube video for week 4, but the internet is just going in and out of sync and it's just not wanting to fully upload it. This is kind of annoying. I keep retrying it and nothing's happening. But, you know. You go.
Oh God.
Aww, mommy. Love you more.
Love you.
P.
How did you know that was from John?
Because it says from sausage rolls from John.
8 till 9.
Yes, you do.
Is it 7 till 9 or is it 8 till 9?
7 a.m. till 9 a.m. Look at you, mommy, little bucket. Little bunny now. Hey, mama. Look at mommy walking. I'm sorry, I just think that's funny the way mommy walks when she's in a rush. She does this sort of like this sassiness. She knows I'm filming her. Oh, mama. That's so funny. Hello! She's a baker basically, so we're getting some bakery things from her, which is yay! Back at Dad's, have the donuts and have hand sanitizer for a friend who has MS, who is by herself and self-isolated. And that's from Metro.
There's some.
Saturday.
He was lovely, he was really confident, he was very flattering towards me.
There's Harvey. Hi, Harvey. Hi. Hey, you're a good boy. Good boy. Do you want to come outside? Woo. And that's Rodney. We got balloons for them. Hi, Rodney. That's Harvey. Good boy, Harvey. And our job today is to chop down that plant and take the root out and everything, which is going to be huge. It's so light, it's so light as a donut. It's out.
Yeah, just cut some bread off to mop up the garlic.
Because I want to. Because it's a yummy burger. Looks a little bit gloomy outside. See? Looks very nice. It is Sunday and the Prime Minister is going to announce today about the easing of the lockdown. So yeah. Also, this is a new cushion we got. Look how far it is. Look how nice that is. And it's huge as well. Anyway. Yesterday we went round to Emma's house, and that was nice because we had to chop down a shrubbery bush, big bush thing. So we did that. That was helpful for her to have done. Friday was VE Day, Victory in Europe, yay! And the Queen spoke and gave a speech, and also Dad and I, we cycled to my grandparents, and then we cycled to Emma's again to see if she's okay. It was a nice bike ride actually, because it was a lovely sunny day, and some people on the streets, you know, having their own party, you know, from across the road, going, oh, you alright, yeah, good. So that was quite nice. But it was a nice bike ride, except and it's nice cycling along the seafront because it was so quiet. It's like a warm breeze with sweating in rain. But it's kind of windy, but it's a warm breeze.
Here, turn round. That's his van, showman.
Oh,
So
right.
Mum said, what? No, sorry, S&M. Mum said to me, why do you call him S&M? I went, oh, Mum. I said, that means something else, but let's call him S&M.
Yeah, call him that there.
Well, she said, we could call him Marks M&S, and I said, no, that's too much like Marks and Spencer.
Why has he got a showman on his van then?
Don't know.
Is he an actor or something?
No. He's got a car and he's got a van.
Oh, right,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, I had another hour's chat with him.
All right, good.
Just talking about... he was-
Like the universe and everything?
Well, yes, he...
So, as I was saying before, on VE Day on Friday, we cycled to Emma's, see if she's okay. That was actually quite a nice bike ride, although except for the hills. It was nice cycling along the seafront because I love to cycle and ride my bike, and I want to do that on the seafront, on the road. But you're so worried that you're going to get hit by a car because everything's so close. But as it's mostly empty, it's great. It's great fun in the sunshine. It was so nice. But then afterwards, after seeing my grandparents, and I cycled back, going up and down the hills. I don't like hills. Because some of the hills I cycle up And I have to stop halfway through because I can't do it anymore. Oh damn, they look nice. I have flowers. Got flowers for Emma.
た状態で収納していきます。
Oh my gosh, okay.
ぜひ一緒にやってみましょう。
So, can you try with
Oh,
yeah, sure. Okay.
で、端。
But I feel like I did it too
で、それ
far.
を一回畳んだ方がいいですね。こうした後に一回
Oh, come back.
考えて。
Okay, so
And it's thanks to your effort and sacrifice in stopping the spread of this disease that the death rate is coming down and hospital admissions are coming down. And thanks to you, we protected our NHS and saved many thousands of lives. And so I know, you know, that it would be madness now to throw away that achievement by allowing a second spike. We must stay alert. We must continue to control the virus and save lives. And yet we must also recognise that this campaign against the virus has come at colossal cost to our way of life. We can see it all around us in the shuttered shops and abandoned businesses and darkened pubs and restaurants. And there are millions of people who are both fearful of this terrible disease and at the same time also fearful of what this long period of enforced inactivity will do to their livelihoods and their mental and physical well-being, to their futures and the futures of their children. So I want to provide tonight for you the shape of a plan to address both fears, both to beat the virus and provide the first sketch of a roadmap for reopening society, a sense of the way ahead, and when and how and on what basis we will take the decisions to proceed. I'll be setting out more details in Parliament tomorrow and taking questions from the public in the evening. I've consulted across the political spectrum, across all 4 nations of the UK. And though different parts of the country are experiencing the pandemic at different rates, and though it's right to be flexible in our response, I believe that as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland, there is a strong resolve to defeat this together. And today, a general consensus on what we could do. And I stress could, because although we have a plan, it is a conditional plan. And since our priority is to protect the public and save lives, we cannot move forward unless we satisfy the 5 tests. We must protect our NHS. We must see sustained falls in the death rate. We must see sustained and considerable falls in the rate of infection. We must sort out our challenges in getting enough PPE to the people who need it. And yes, it's a global problem, but we must fix it. And last, we must make sure that any measures we take do not force the reproduction rate of the disease, the R, back up over 1, so that we have the kind of exponential growth we were facing a few weeks ago. And to chart our progress and to avoid going back to square 1, we're establishing a new COVID alert system run by a new joint biosecurity centre. And that COVID alert level will be determined primarily by R and the number of coronavirus cases, and in turn, that COVID alert level will tell us how tough we have to be in our social distancing measures. The lower the level, the fewer the measures, the higher the level, the tougher and stricter we will have to be. There will be 5 alert levels. Level 1 means the disease is no longer present in the UK, and level 5 is the most critical, the kind of situation we could have had if the NHS had been overwhelmed. Over the period of the lockdown, we've been in level 4, and it's thanks to your sacrifice we're now in a position to begin to move in steps to level 3, and as we go, everyone will have a role to play in keeping the R down. by staying alert and following the rules. And to keep pushing the number of infections down, there are two more things we must do. We must reverse rapidly the awful epidemics in care homes and in the NHS. And though the numbers are coming down sharply now, there is plainly much more to be done. And if we're to control this virus, then we must have a world-beating system for testing potential victims and for tracing their contacts, so that, all told, we are testing literally hundreds of thousands of people every day. We've made fast progress on testing, but there is so much more to do now, and we can. When this began, we hadn't seen this disease before, and we didn't fully understand its effects. With every day, we're getting more and more data. We're shining the light of science on this invisible killer, and we will pick it up where it strikes, because our new system will be able in time to detect local flare-ups in your area, as well as giving us a national picture. And yet, when I look at where we are tonight, we have the R below 1, between 0.5 and 0.9, but potentially only just below 1. And though we have made progress in satisfying at least some of the conditions I have given, we have by no means fulfilled all of them. And so, no, this is not the time simply to end the lockdown this week. Instead, we're taking the first careful steps to modify our measures. And the first step is a change of emphasis that we hope that people will act on this week. We said that you should work from home if you can, and only go to work if you must. We now need to stress that anyone who can't work from home, for instance, those in construction or manufacturing, should be actively encouraged to go to work, and we want it to be safe for you to get to work. So you should avoid public transport if at all possible, because we must and will maintain social distancing, and capacity will therefore be limited. So, work from home if you can, but you should go to work if you can't work from home. And to ensure you are safe at work, we've been working to establish new guidance for employers to make workplaces COVID secure. And when you do go to work, if possible, do so by car, or even better, by walking or bicycle. But just as with workplaces, public transport operators will also be following COVID secure standards. And from this Wednesday, we want to encourage people to take more and even unlimited amounts of outdoor exercise. You can sit in the sun in your local park, you can drive to other destinations, you can even play sports, only with members of your own household. You must obey the rules on social distancing, and to enforce those rules, we will increase the fines for the small minority who break them. And so, every day, with ever-increasing data, we will be monitoring the R and the number of new infections and the progress we are making. And if we as a nation begin to fulfill the conditions I have set out, then in the next few weeks and months, we may be able to go further. In step 2, at the earliest by June the 1st, after half-term, we believe we may be in a position to begin the phased reopening of shops and to get primary pupils back into schools, in stages beginning with reception, year 1 and year 6. Our ambition is that secondary pupils facing exams next year will get at least some time with their teachers before the holidays, and will shortly be setting out detailed guidance on how to make it work in schools and shops and on transport. And step 3, at the earliest by July, and subject to all these conditions and further scientific advice, if and only if the numbers support it, we will hope to reopen at least some of the hospitality industry and other public places, provided they're safe and enforce social distancing. throughout this period of the next 2 months, we will be driven not by mere hope or economic necessity. We're going to be driven by the science, the data, and public health. And I must stress again that all of this is conditional. It all depends on a series of big ifs. It depends on all of us, the entire country, to follow the advice, to observe social distancing, and to keep that R down. And to prevent reinfection from abroad, I'm serving notice that it will soon be the time, with transmission significantly lower, to impose quarantine on people coming into this country by air. And it's because of your efforts to get the R down and the number of infections down here that this measure will now be effective. And of course, we'll be monitoring our progress locally, regionally, and nationally. And if there are outbreaks, if there are problems, we will not hesitate to put on the brakes. We've been through the initial peak, but it's coming down the mountain that is often more dangerous. We have a route and we have a plan. And everyone in government has the all-consuming pressure and challenge to save lives, restore livelihoods, and gradually restore the freedoms that we need. But in the end, this is a plan that everyone must make work. And when I look at what you've done already, the patience and common sense you've shown, the fortitude of the elderly, whose isolation we all want to end as fast as we can, the incredible bravery and hard work of our NHS staff, our care workers, the devotion and self-sacrifice of all those in every walk of life who are helping us to beat this disease: police, bus drivers, train drivers, pharmacists, supermarket workers, road hauliers, bin collectors, cleaners, security guards, postal workers, our teachers, and 1,000 more. The scientists who are working round the clock to find a vaccine. When I think of the millions of everyday acts of kindness and thoughtfulness that are being performed across this country, and that have helped to get us through this first phase, I know that we can use this plan to get us through the next. And if we can't do it by those dates, and if the alert level won't allow it, we will simply wait and go on until we've got it right. We will come back from this devilish illness. We will come back to health and robust health. And though the UK will be changed by this experience, I believe we can be stronger and better than ever before, more resilient, more innovative, more economically dynamic, but also more generous and more sharing. But for now, we must stay alert, control the virus, and save lives. Thank you very much.
Very good.
So there we are, the Prime Minister setting out a conditional plan, very conditional plan, 3 steps for the next phase of